Welcome back to Ben's Garage. We're going to fire the Panda up now and see how it starts. We've done the timing and everything. I've had a fettle with the carburetor. We're going to see how it starts from cold. And Tina's going to bring it in and we're going to fit the choke cable on it. So let's have a quick look at this. So we've got the Panda in here, got the bonnet up. I wonder how much of that was driver error. She's not driven a car with a choke for quite a few years, but she'll get there. I think I've got to just adjust the fast idle side. When you pull the choke fully on, it is revving quite high. So I'll just address that today. We're going to be fitting a new choke cable. I have fitted a choke cable on this before, but at the time I couldn't find a proper Fiat one. Then the proper Fiat one is like one solid bit of cable that runs up through a sheath, so it's quite firm. I couldn't find one of them, so I just put a universal one on it, and that's sort of all the strands twisted together, and it's quite floppy and it hasn't got the push. Anyway, I used MrAuto.com in France for parts. They actually had one. After I bought the other one, they started listing one in stock for this car. So €12 later, we've got the proper choke cable for this car, which is here. And it's quite straightforward. It's just a push fit into the cowling inside the car. And then the other end goes up to the carburetor, and I shall show you that as we go. In France, it's called a tiret de starter.
Tiret is pull.
Pull to start. And here we go again, thunderstorm central. Now, we had a storm the other day. You might have seen in a previous video when I was doing the Panda. We had a storm. The house decided it was going to leak. So in my little office, it was absolutely pissing through the ceiling. That turned out to be that the gutter was absolutely chock-a-block. So Tina got up there in the rain, in the middle of a thunderstorm, carrying an aluminium, I nearly said aluminum, ladder, which I said wasn't the brightest moves in a thunderstorm. But anyway, the job had to get done. She managed to rake it all out, and that's that. But it's also taken out our internet, so these videos will be coming along whenever we can get it on the internet again. I'm not going to go up to McDonald's to get on their Wi-Fi just to upload videos, but I'll keep making the videos. It might have done some damage to the computer because the lightning came down the telephone line, took out the live box, and the telly and the computer are connected hardwired into the live box using Ethernet cables. Now my computer says that there's no Ethernet card in there, and the SD card reader doesn't work anymore. So anyway, let's get on with this choke cable. Hopefully this will be straightforward. So first job, I'm going to just take this air box off. 10mm. And then down here there's just a bracket that holds the outer cable. That's easy to undo. And that's the choke cable disconnected. So that's nice and straightforward. Right, now we've got that disconnected on the carburetor end, we need to move into the car. I can't remember what tools I'm going to need, so I'm just going to have a look and see what tools I need, and then I'll get in the car and we'll do the job. Oh, what fun. There's not going to be much to show you on this video. When I changed the choke cable before, as I said, I could only get a universal one, which is this. And it's got the nut on the back with the washer. So you have to sort of drill a little hole and do that. But if you'll notice, on the end, it's sort of like this sort of really wappy cable that goes up the inside. Now the original choke cable, like this, that's one solid piece of wire which goes in and out. I don't know if you can see that. And that's the end that pushes in the dashboard. So to fit this one, I had to take the steering wheel off and all the steering cowling and the light switches and everything, so that I could get the steering cowling off to drill a hole in it and fit that in. But that wasn't ideal. And then since I found this one just is a push fit. I don't know if you can see, it just squeezes together. So as you push it in, and it's a nice, not all the way out obviously, but so I can just thread that in. I'm going to get the help of my trusty assistant, the Hobbit, to get under the dashboard and find where to poke this through, and then just connect it back up under the bonnet. It's as simple as that. I was thinking that I'd have to take all the steering wheel off, take the switch gear off, take the steering cowling off to change it, but it doesn't look like I'm going to have to, so you're not going to see that in this video. But you'll see us put the new one back in. So anyway, I'll get hold of the Hobbit on the radio and see if we can't get this fitted on the car. So we had to do it the hard way. I didn't film it because we were getting a bit sweaty and a bit hoo-la-la. But we'll take the steering wheel off. Drop the parcel shelf, undo the wiring for the switches here. Just under there's a load of multi-plugs. Underneath there's an 8mm bolt, 8mm clamp. So you undo the clamp. You can then slide the switches out and get the steering cowling off, and then I could route the we could route the choke cable so it wasn't anywhere near the steering, and it's out under the bonnet now. So we're going to get under the bonnet and get it connected up, and then we'll try it. See you under the bonnet. Right, can you pull the choke on, please?
Okay.
And push it all the way off?
Okay.
Pull it on.
Okay.
Push it off.
Okay.
Pull it on. Push it off slowly.
Okay.
Can you feel different notches?
Yeah. That's fully on.
Yeah, so that'll be on your fast idle.
Then it sort of goes from that, it sinks to a...
Yeah, so that'll be full choke without fast idle. Push it, that's your next click, that'll be part half throttle, half choke.
And then all the way in.
And that all the way ends off.
Yeah.
Right, I can cut the tail off of that now, because it's rather long. I'll leave a little bit of wiggle room. On full choke, and then try it. Right, push the choke into half choke. There, that's it. I'll push the choke all the way in. Just rev it up a little bit. Okay. So there we go. One choke cable fitted. All working as it should. We did just try starting it on full choke and it has already been running, so you don't normally want it full choke unless it's cold out. But yeah, so Tina's just got to get used to driving with a choke again because she's not had a choke since the year.
I was 25.
So about 35 years ago.
Oi!
But yeah, so she's not driven with a choke. I mean, I've not driven with a choke, but that sort of thing comes naturally to me. Not saying I'm a big head or anything, but
Yes, you are.
if you're around machinery and stuff, you get a bit of a feeling for these kind of things. Anyway, she's back in the Panda with the choke. Manual choke. So yeah, it's all running quite nicely now. We've got a little bit of an exhaust blow on it. We've got the oil and filter to change, and we've got a motor flush to put through it before we change that. And then it's onto the suspension and brakes.
It's worth it now the engine runs.
But yeah, so happy wife, happy life. Hope you like this video. Please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And from me and the Hobbit, grinning like a Cheshire cat. It's bye for now.